Hello, I'm Daphna Schwartz, the Finance Director for the City of Mebane, and I have some exciting news. The Mebanites Citizens Academy will be starting up this fall. It's a program to help citizens learn about the role and structure of local government, and will help you better understand what city departments do and how that affects your quality of life. It's a partnership between the city and the Mebane Women's Club, and the format is 90 minutes once a month. It's the second Thursday of every month from September to April. And in May, people who complete 5 of the sessions will be recognized at the City Council meeting in May. And just to give you an idea of the speakers and the topics, the first topic is City Government Foundation, then Planning Board and City Council, the city budget process, School Board and Superintendent, Public Safety, which you'll hear from the Police and Fire Chief, Parks and Recreation, and the Bike and Ped Planning Committee, Public Works and Utilities, and then everybody's favorite part normally, facility tours, where you'll get to tour the fire department, the police department, and our wastewater treatment plant. So registration will begin August 1st. You can register by going on Civic Rec, which is also where you would register for activities at the Mebane Arts and Community Center or athletics. So that's where you go to register. And then this is the second time we've actually offered the Mebanites Citizens Academy. The first time was in the fiscal year 2019 to 2020. And unfortunately, that year the program was cut short by the pandemic. So if you were in that class, you're welcome to sign up and come take the sessions that you missed, and also be recognized in May for completing the program. So please sign up and come join us. The classes will be at the Mebane Arts and Community Center, again, starting in September. It's once a month, the second Thursday of the month from September to April. See you there.
So Daphna, now that the budget has been finalized for the next fiscal year, what big projects or what's next for the finance department here? What are you guys working on going forward?
Right now, we are working on closing out the fiscal year 23 and starting up fiscal year 24. So right now we're going into what we call the audit season. And so we're working with our auditors to get our financial statements ready, and then also opening up the new year, issuing purchase orders, and that's pretty much what we do to get going.
And would you say, when is your busiest time of year?
The busiest time of year is during what we call the budget season, and the busiest time of that part of the year is in the January to May timeframe, even though budget starts really in November and goes to June.
And what is the one thing that you like most about your job?
I really like budgeting. That's one of my favorite parts of the job, and I like forecasting and preparing for projects. The operations is interesting, but really the capital projects and being involved in seeing how they are identified and developed, and seeing them completed or even under construction is really the most exciting part of my job.
Have you always been a numbers person? You've always enjoyed working with them?
As a kid, I would say no. Math was not my favorite subject in school. It wasn't until I got into college that I started to like numbers and decided to go into accounting.
And how long have you been with the City of Mebane?
I have been here a little over 2 years. I came in February of 2021.
And could you tell us a little bit about what each person underneath you and your team does? What is their main job role, or what do they do on a daily, day-to-day basis?
I have 3 people in the accounting area, and so we handle payroll, accounts receivable except for utility bills. We handle accounts payable, so we pay our vendors, and we handle any debt financing, the budget, any changes to the budget, investments, and any purchase orders and helping with purchasing in that way. So those are a lot of things, and there's only, including me, there's 4 of us.
Since your time being with the City of Mebane, what has been something you're the most proud of accomplishing or achieving?
Probably the most public-facing thing that I'm proud of is the PAFR, the Popular Annual Financial Report. That was the first one for the City of Mebane that was published earlier this year.
And how did you guys decide to do a PAFR this year? Since it was the first one, how did that come about?
So in another government that I worked for previously, they did a PAFR, and I thought it was a great tool for the community to become more knowledgeable about the city finances. It's difficult to read the annual comprehensive financial report. It's hundreds of pages, and it's just a lot to get through, and a popular annual financial report puts things in terms that most people who are not familiar with finance can understand.
And is that where citizens can find essentially the breakdown of a taxpayer dollar?
Yes, you can find a breakdown of taxpayer dollars there. You can find how to read your utility bill there. So there's a lot of interesting information.
So if people have questions regarding their utility bill or any other financial matters, who should they contact?
So that brings me to the other 2 individuals that are in my department. One person handles the utility billing, and she does a great job, and that's who you get your utility bill from. And both she and the other lady who works up front, they receipt utility bills that come in. So all your payments that come in for utility bills are handled by those 2 ladies. They also are the friendly voices that you hear when you call into City Hall. They're also there to greet you when you come to visit City Hall. And so they wear a lot of hats, and we're grateful that they're here, and they're very friendly faces to see. We have a great team. We don't do a lot of flashy stuff. We don't have any huge projects. We're not building a playground. We're not out there working on water mains, or you don't see us out and about doing things in the city and picking up your trash and keeping things beautiful. But we are here working hard behind the scenes, and finance team is positively charming, and we would love for you to stop in and see us.